Boom, what's going on, y'all? It's Isaac AllStar Lifestyle. Young, this type of sticking our faith into this world with no hesitation and forward thinking, only shining with an A factor. Moving to another top of the mountain just to get to another top of the mountain, baby. And before we get into this video, go ahead and get to that thing because we on the road to 1K. Now listen, I know we all here. And shout out to those who was there with the video before. We had 3 ways to become a smooth talker, but this one right here is 5 keys to have a good mouthpiece. Now, underneath the mouthpiece is gonna be, your internal, because this is where it all comes from. And being a smooth talker is an extension of your mouthpiece. Now, let me tell you this before I get into the 5 things. Having a good mouthpiece doesn't necessarily have to be with women. It could be having a conversation, creating opportunity out of thin air to get the opportunity that you want with business. It can be with women for sure, most definitely. But it also comes into a thing of confidence. Your mouthpiece is who you are. It's something that's you are showing out internally, right? It's a reflection of showing of who you are, but through words and tone and speaking. Now, let's go ahead and get into this thing, because guess what, baby? We are fresh off the press, and I got this written down for us, because, I be typing up freestyling, not only in the booth, but in the notes. And number 1 to 5 keys to have a good mouthpiece is substance. I had to make sure that was number 1 specifically. Now let me say this why. I chose substance because as you speak and the words that you choose, how you feel about the words that you choose has a lot of depth to you. Now it's different if you want to go up to a woman and be like, hey, I think you look cute, I want to fuck. Okay? Because, most of y'all just really want to smash a bitch and shit like that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Yeah, she looks good, but even if she looks good, look, you look sexy as hell tonight. Come here, what's your name? You can switch it up a little bit. You don't gotta necessarily go into that blunt talking. It's 2 different word plays and 2 different tonalities of how I just used it in those examples. But adding substance, as far as when you speak, there's actually meaning behind your words. You actually know what you're saying. You ever had a conversation with a lady and she's just like, wow, you're present in this moment. Like, she's like, this is different. I've never had a conversation like this before. And it doesn't have to be, oh my God, oh, did you know we're spinning on a rock? No, it don't gotta be nothing like that. But it could just be something as simple as being present within the conversation and having substance, whether she's talking about a good day and we want to make it a better day, or talking about how, incredible my life is going and how incredible this moment can go in. Tying everything together, but there's substance. There's more to what I am saying, and that can add curiosity. Now, when it comes to opportunity, people look for substance within people, because if we're gonna be real, there's a lot of empty shells in this world. So when you have something about yourself that is genuine, is authentic, and believable because you believe and you choose it, they're gonna naturally like that. This is what helps create a good one. And now number 2 is gonna be wittiness, all right? It's one of my favorite ones because I'm a fast-paced type of motherfucker. I mean, that's just me. I got a slick mouth, but it's fun. But wittiness, why is that a good key for a mouthpiece? It's a good key because it keeps you on your toes and it adds cleverness. It adds some humor. It can create inside jokes. You're fast on your toes. You're right there with them. You ever had someone you're talking to them and you're like, dang, you're just right there with me. Yeah, because I am. I'm right there. It just creates a better overall energy that you have for yourself. All right, and number 3 is gonna be inquisitiveness over asking just to ask. Because listen, most of you motherfuckers out here, that y'all just ask questions just to ask. Oh, is that a Jansport book bag? Oh my God, is that a green case? Is that a gold iPhone? No way. Yo, do you know, hey, excuse me. Do you know what the time is actually? Yeah, I was kind of wondering if we can go on a date. Like, bro, listen, hold on. Let's take a pause. Because a lot of y'all really want to just have a conversation with a whole bunch of questions, and it's gonna lead to nothing. You want to know her favorite color. You want to find out her background. You want to talk about her past lovers. You want to talk about what's going on in her family, how many kids she wants. That doesn't fucking matter. When you're there, right there, you guys are locked in. And if you guys have a genuine conversation with substance, wittiness is also playful. And number 3 is inquisitiveness, which means you're curious about the questions or about the conversation that's happening. Genuine questions only. Now, when it comes to opportunity, inquisitiveness helps because you're curious to learn. There's more to learn. When it comes with women, you can have inquisitiveness. Now, say she says something as far as, oh, I'm someone who just likes to hold on to my word, and I like to be loyal and, search for the the explorations of life. To me, that would be capturing. I would be like, search information of life. What do you mean by that? The exploration of that. Like, what's something you would like to touch on as far as that? Number 4 is listening to what they're really saying. Listening skills. Now, Isaac, how is that a good mouthpiece when you're not using your mouth? It's a good key for the mouthpiece because as you listen, you get to hear what's not being said. If a woman is out here saying, you know, I'm just trying to enjoy life and I feel like I'm misunderstood, I feel like no one is listening to me. You're listening to someone who wants to be understood in some type of capacity. Because listen, most women, they are looked at for their bodies and not for who they really are. Now, I'm not saying don't look at them for a nice, you know what I'm saying? She got a nice ass, this is what's up. But at the same time, that clouds your whole vision. And now you start to think about an end result of getting something right. And number 5 is gonna be the ability to be present, to be focused. Because if you're out talking with a woman and you're on a date, are you just gonna be somewhere else with your mind? Are you gonna be thinking about your ex? You gonna be thinking about you wish you was with your girlfriend right now? Nah, man, fuck that. Be present in the moment, because not only am I on the date, but this is the time I'm choosing to be in. I'm not just going out on a date just to have a date. I'm not just gonna go out with a woman just to go out with a woman. I'm choosing my time and I don't want to waste my time. I'm gonna be focused in everything that I am in. I'm gonna be present because I choose to be present. And when you choose it, it's satisfying to you in that moment. You have the wittiness, the substance, you have the depth, you got the listening skills, the comprehension. You are there locked in, staring at her, talking to her, teasing her, flirting with her, telling her how sexy she looks, the way she looks. I mean, that light or the black that she's in or something like that. The hoop earrings. I like my women with hoop earrings, so that's one thing for me. But I'm not gonna be nowhere else. Maybe we're there for 30 to 45 minutes, just depending on the time and how I wanted to lead on. That's gonna translate to a lot to her because you're making time for her. And you can even make time for 30 minutes and it can be extremely impactful to a woman because she sees that you are giving her the time to speak to her, to talk to her, to touch her, to flirt with her, to kiss her, to, you know what I'm saying, all that. All right, now, if you guys haven't gotten to the point where you guys don't understand it, okay, this is the 6th key to a good mouthpiece. This is something I've created, something I've learned a lot in my life, what I do. And I'm gonna drop more things down. This is just basic things for the mouthpiece, but going into this one right here, reverse the command. Now let's say something as far as a woman says something like, oh, you better call me. Obviously she wants to talk to you, it's cute, it's whatever. Now to some people it can sound commanding, but what I like to do is incorporate flirting and I like to incorporate banter. So in this specific situation, what I would personally do, if we had to reverse the command into that, she says, you better call me, you know what I'm gonna tell her? I'm gonna say, oh, you wanna hear my voice that bad? Damn, I know you wanna talk to me, I like this shit. You wanna send me a voicemail? Actually, I'll send you a voicemail tomorrow in the morning so you can hear my thing first thing in the morning. Something like that. I'm reversing it, right? I'm taking something in and having fun with it. So it's like a full counter for people who watch 7 Deadly Sins like Meliodas. You're taking what she says and you're creating it to be your own. And you just basically transfer it back in a fun fucking way. And that was the 5 keys to a good mouthpiece, baby. We in this thing.